everyone. Today I want to talk about why I decided to become a vegetarian and just my personal experience dealing with it and just living the lifestyle. And hopefully most people will find this video helpful. So it all started one day when I came home from school sick and I was just feeling all sad and tired and stuff, so I decided to watch a documentary on Netflix and I clicked on Food Inc. And it is an amazing documentary, and I highly recommend that everyone watches it because it deals with something we all deal with every single day. It just talks about the food we eat and stuff, and it's truly incredible. It talked about the factory farms and how we use agriculture and how we mass produce our food and just the laws and stuff that go along with it. And it's a really incredible film, and I really, really want everyone to watch it. But I was watching it, and the part that I really got stuck on was the factory farms, and it showed images and just horrible, horrible videos of animals, and they were so sick, and they were being beaten, and these sick and dying creatures are like in a corner, and then they like grind them up or whatever and kill them and stuff, and then that goes in your hamburger. That's what you're eating for dinner and stuff. It was just a sick and dying pig, and that's not what you're eating. And I felt horrible, horrible, and I couldn't get these images out of my mind, and I was just like, I can't eat meat anymore. It was just a split-second decision for me. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I will never get this out of my mind. I don't want to do this anymore. And I had to tell my mom that I wasn't going to eat the chicken dinner she had cooked or whatever, and like, it was a split-second decision for me, and I felt horrible. So the only way I knew how to help anything was to change myself. So I'm like, I don't want animals to die, so I'm not going to eat meat anymore. They don't have to die from me. And it's really changed my life, I think, for a positive. Like, I didn't do it for health benefits or anything, or it was just for the animals, and I didn't want to eat dead things anymore. Like, I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it anymore. It just disgusts me. And it really is a lifestyle change, but it's as difficult as you make it. For me personally, I have not missed meat at all. I haven't eaten a single bite of it at all in 6 months, and it's no problem for me. Like, it's a lot harder when I go out to eat now, though, because you don't realize it when you eat meat, but once you don't eat it anymore, you realize how limited your options are, because you go out to dinner or whatever and they have like chicken, steak, beef, fish, whatever. You can't even get like a salad anymore without like fish on it or like chicken or whatever, and it's really quite amazing, but like sad at the same time. And there are a few places, that are like moving up and they have like vegetable plates or whatever, which I love those. They're delicious. But it's getting a lot easier for me, and it's really not that hard for me anymore. I have to come up with a lot of my own meals now, though, and I have to plan it out. But in the first few weeks after I became a vegetarian, I didn't know what to eat, so I ate a lot of pasta, which probably wasn't the best idea, but it's all I could come up with at the time. But now I make smoothies every day for breakfast, and I eat a lot of salads and stuff, and I eat a ton of fresh fruit and vegetables, and it has really affected me health-wise for the better. I'm not tired anymore. Like, when I would come home from school at 3 o'clock, I would pass out. I would take a nap, and I was so tired, I couldn't keep my eyes open. I couldn't barely make it through the day without feeling tired, and like, if I didn't take a nap, I would have to go to bed super early, which I still go to bed early, but I wake up earlier. And I just don't get that midday crash anymore. I wake up at 5 a.m. and I don't go to sleep till like 10 or whatever. And I don't get tired in between those times at all anymore. And it really is a lot for your body to digest all the time, like, especially if you eat it every single meal. If you have like scrambled eggs and bacon for breakfast and like a hamburger or whatever for lunch, and then you come home to a steak, like, that's really hard on your body. Like, I'm not saying that your body wasn't meant at all whatsoever to eat meat, but the way that our body is aligned and stuff, our intestine is really long, and it's meant for vegetables and stuff and fruit and natural what grows from the ground to go through it. It wants to pick out all the nutrients and vitamins and stuff from that. Meat, our bodies are different from like that of a lion or someone who is a carnivore and who eats meat like all the time, and they have really short intestines, and when we eat meat it sort of gets stuck in there, and all the juices and grossness just get stuck, and it's not good. So even if you decide not to become a vegetarian, definitely cutting back on meat is helpful, and getting lean meat is a lot better than just getting whatever at a fast food place. And it's really something to think about, because when you look at those videos of the factory farms and stuff, that sick and dying pig in the corner over there, they just grind him up. They grind him up, and he's like sick, and he's got infections and stuff, and he's got hormones jammed into him so he would grow fast. And that's what you're eating. That's what you get. They grind that up, they send it off to your grocery store, and that's what you pick up, and that's your meal for the night. And it's really something to think about, because that's not something you want to be putting in your body. Everyone worries about how expensive organic food or whatever is, but food truly is medicine, and you need to think about where the food you eat comes from, and it's really important. And I have one example with me of one way that I get protein, because that's the only question people always ask. They're like, oh, meat's the only way you can get protein, oh my god, how are you alive right now? But protein is in pretty much everything. It's in fruits, it's in vegetables, beans, nuts, whatever. It's just meat has a higher source of it, and you can get it in yogurt and stuff too. But this is one thing that I put in my smoothies. It's triple omega seed mix. It's flaxseed, chia, and hemp. So this has 7 grams of protein in it per serving, so if you put a couple servings in there, you're doing pretty good. But according to my prior Google search that I did just before this, it said that the average teenage girl would need around 48 grams of protein. And another Google search I did said that there's like 55 in one steak. So just imagine that if I ate one steak for dinner and stuff, but I had all meat, all protein, all day, and I had ton of eggs, ton of beans, ton of everything. Like, imagine how stressful that is for your body. And it's just crazy to think about how much protein we're getting, because the average American is getting way too much protein, it's getting way too much sodium, all kinds of trans fat, just bad stuff for your body, and it's really important to think about what you're eating. So hopefully most people have found this video a little bit helpful, and I don't know, if you have any questions or concerns, please write a comment, but don't be rude, control yourself. So I'll put out a new video soon, so if you have anything, please email me about anything. So alright, bye guys!